Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to talk about the importance of the human behavior in next 4 to 5 years, from 2026 to 2030. What would be the changes in human life? How we will start thinking. So, as we approach the year 2026, next year, we stand not merely on the edge of a new calendar, but at the frontier of a profound psychological transition in the way humans think, behave, and relate to the world. What I share with you today is not prophecy, it is observation, pattern recognition, and a call for awareness. The part one is like I would talk about the coming shift in human behavior from 2026 to 2030. From community to hyper individualism, from patience to instant validation, from meaning to monetization, from privacy to voluntary surveillance. And in part B, we will be discussing why this change is happening. We will talk about AI, social media, and algorithms. We will talk about like we are addicted to control. And in third part, we will discuss about the rise of materialism over idealism. And in part four, we will talk about the good and the bad in our emerging societies. And this will impact the human life. And now we will just concentrate on next 4 to 5 years. So if we talk about the first part, the coming shift in human behavior 2026 to 2030. So in the coming years, human behaviors will shift in four distinct ways, as I said, from community to hyper individualism, from patience to instant validation, from meeting to monetization, and from privacy to voluntary surveillance. So what are those? From community to hyper individualism, people will increasingly prioritize self over society. Personal branding will replace ground identity. What is in it for me will become the ethical norm. And from the patience to instant validation, with shrinking attention spans and dopamine driven apps, humans will demand faster results in work, relationships, and the purpose. Waiting will be equated with failure. And from meaning to monetization, more and more ideas, emotions, even acts of kindness will be monetized. So, altruism will face extinction unless protected. So, our thoughts will be shaped by commerce more than conscience. Now, if we talk about from privacy to voluntary surveillance, so by 2030, most humans will trade privacy for convenience. Smart homes, wearable devices, and emotional AI will anticipate your needs before even you do. So these changes won't be forced. We'll choose them voluntarily because they will feel efficient, powerful, modern. Another part, as we discuss why this change is happening. You may ask, why are we changing to so dramatically, right? So why we are changing so in a dramatic mode? The answer is simple. Our tools are changing our thoughts. AI, social media, and algorithms no longer just reflect what we think; they influence what we think. Capitalism is no longer a system; it is a mindset. Every hobby, every conversation, every dream is now a potential side hustle. We are addicted to control. The unpredictability of love, family, or purpose frightens us. But money, productivity, and data feel calculatable, safe, so we choose them. And let's not forget this, the silent force behind this all existential anxiety. Climate change, pandemics, job automation, they have all made us afraid and fear. When unprocessed, becomes greed, isolation, and urgency. Part three is the rise of materialism over idealism. Once humans believed in ideals, truth, beauty, justice, faith, these guided entire civilizations. Today, we believe in performance, in visibility, in metrics. You're not honest unless it is recorded. You're not kind unless it is posted. You're not successful unless it is monetized. So this shift from being to appearing is defining psychological trend of the 2020s. But let's be honest, idealism is slow, it's messy, it requires sacrifice. Materialism is faster, shinier, and algorithmically rewarded. So we choose the glitter and forsake the gold. And in part four, the good and the bad in our emerging societies. Let's not be cynical. The future holds remarkable good. One is the empathy will rise digitally. Another is borders will dissolve intellectually. And the third is voice will be decentralized. If we talk about empathy will arise digitally, it means mental health and finally be mental health will finally be prioritized. Emotional AI may even detect suicidal thoughts before they are spoken. Borders will dissolve intellectuality, cultures will blend, and identity will be less rigid. You will belong not to one country but to shared ideas. Voice will be decentralized. Oppression will be recorded, revolution will be streamed. But there is also danger. Deep loneliness, moral relativism, and psychological burnout. Deep loneliness, social connection may become a luxury for the elite. The rest will have emojis and AI companions. Moral relativism, as everything becomes content, ethics may fade into aesthetics. Psychological burnout, in a world where rest is guilt, people will simple in public but silently collapse in private. Part 4, the final part 5, sorry, what can we do? How to conclude? Between now and 2030, next 4 to 5 years, we have a choice. Do what let our tools think for us, or do we master them? Do what? Do we choose meaning or metrics? Do we design a future purpose or just profit? Here is my simple invitation. Pause. Don't just consume, reflect. Protect your inner life. Not everything should be shared or sold. Reclaim the human pace. Walk, read, listen, be silent. Connect truly without an agenda, without his hashtags. So my closing remarks would be that the word from 2026 to 2030 will not destroy us, but it may distort us if we are not aware. Let us move forward not as digital slaves, but as awakened stewards of our thoughts. Let us not forget that behind every like, every share, every transaction, there is still a soul searching not for more, but for the meaning. Thanks for your time. Thanks for watching.